You've bought your Koji spores online and are ready to dive into the world of Koji making, exploring endless options like miso, sake, or even shoyu. But when you get your spores, you realise that the packet only holds a single gram. Spreading this tiny amount over the cooked rice won't be easy. Don't worry, in this video we'll break down the steps to properly inoculate your large batch of rice using the correct amount of Koji spores. Any variety of Koji spores that you have at hand will work great for this. For ingredients, you will first need some rice flour. You can use store-bought or grind your own rice for the finest setting. Accuracy is important, so I recommend a mini precision scale to check your ratios. You'll also need a small whisk to ensure the mixture is completely uniform before transferring into a small clean jar. Why are we using rice flour? Well, this flour is great to act as a carrier for their Koji spores. Think of it like this: it's incredibly difficult to evenly mix those tiny spores directly into your cooked rice later. The flour bulks up onto the spores, making sure that when they're introduced to the rice, they are perfectly and evenly distributed. This is the key for a successful Koji balloon. But before we use it, we have one crucial step: sterilisation. We need to make sure the flour is completely clean. You can do this by lightly toasting it in a dry pan or a baking sheet. This easy process will effectively eliminate any naturally occurring wild microorganisms. Why is this important? Because those other microbes could potentially compete with or even harm the Koji spores. Sterilise it, cool it, and then we're ready to mix. The ratio I'll be using will be a 1:29. This means that the full packet of Koji spores to 29 grams of browned rice flour. Using the recommended amount of spores that I bought from the fermentation culture, for every 1 gram of cooked rice, you use 6 grams of your mix. It's time to start making your Koji carrier. Start by taking your sterilised flour and placing it into a small jar. Now, carefully empty your packet of Koji spores and add them into the flour. This is important. Avoid generating excess dust. Now, the most crucial part: mix thoroughly. Using a small whisk, mix the flour and Koji spores for a full minute or two. We are aiming for a mix so uniform that every grain of flour would be coated in a tiny invisible layer of spores. The more uniform your mixture is right now, the more consistent and healthy your Koji growth will be when you finally inoculate your substrate. To keep your spores viable for as long as possible, you can store your finished mix in the fridge or even the freezer. When you're ready to use it for your next batch of Koji, you must remember this rule: remove your mix approximately 24 hours before you plan to inoculate your rice. This gives the mixture plenty of time to warm up and return to room temperature. Ensures that spores are ready and active when they hit the cooked rice. And that's it, your Koji starter is ready to go whenever you are. So as you can see, combining the Koji spores with the rice flour is a straightforward yet essential step for creating your own foundational ingredient for a world of fermented foods. By carefully following the steps and sterilising your equipment and ensuring the right temperature and humidity, you can successfully cultivate Koji right in your own kitchen. This living ingredient opens the door to creating delicious homemade miso, shoyu, and more. If you found this guide helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe for more fermentation videos, and let me know in the comments what you plan to make with your first Koji batch. Thanks for watching, and happy fermenting.